What's up, boys and girls? Hope you are all having a fantastic day. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me. Remember, if you like what content I have, remember to hit that subscribe button, smash the like, share it with your friends. Today, I am actually going to go through a hardware breakdown of what I have in my box. I've got a bunch of stuff sitting right here in front of me. These are the must-haves for me when I go out and start my season. I don't have a whole lot right now because I haven't been able to stock up yet. Just getting over Christmas season, catching up on bills again, things like that. But I've got pretty good, spread here in front of me. These are some of the essentials that I use throughout the season, hardware-wise, to help me target, catch, and smash some of these fish out here. So, like I said, remember, if you like this video, leave me a like, leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys are throwing throughout the season. And let's jump into this. But to start it off, I know this one here, tried true throughout the community. It is one of my all-time favorites. I have caught some big steelhead. My first king, I was able to land came on one of these. So it is a tried true. And they stay in my box throughout the season ever since then. And it is the orange Mepps. Nothing special, nothing flashy. I keep it in a size 3 and a size 2. So you guys can see the difference in size on those. Size 3, size 2. These here live in my box. They are one of them that has been tried true for me, especially up here in Northwest Indiana. I don't know what it is about these fish throughout the season. They, wouldn't say despise or even hate, but they get so fired up for the color orange. It is just absolutely ridiculous. I've had some of my biggest bites, biggest hits on the color orange. So you're going to see a theme here for a lot of the things I'm going to show you. Biggest share of them are orange. All except for another one that lives in my box is the Mepps spinner as well. These are the blackened chartreuse. I typically keep these in a size 2. Because when I throw these, I'm throwing them for coho in the fall. They like that rooster tail type during the fall, that I've come to find out. So I throw those typically during the fall. Coho come up and pretty well just smash them things. It's always a good time with those. So those are the 2 spinners that live in my box, especially when I'm fishing the creek. I've got one other though. And I typically don't throw this unless I am like on the pier for, trying to throw for bigger fish coming in. And I don't exactly remember the name or the brand of this one. But if you like something like this, I can tell you, Arctic Spinners makes a fantastic spinnerbait. So does Oslo. They both, 2 of the biggest spinner companies like this out there right now. They are phenomenal, tried true. I've used both of them, caught fish on both of them. But right now, I will try to figure out the name and the brand of this one. But we all know this pattern up here as Wonder Bread. I typically throw those kind of spinners from the pier casting. I don't necessarily throw those in the creek. They're a little too big. They're going to get snagged up in, your tree branches, more potential to snag a fish, things like that. So them right there are typically when I go up to the pier and start throwing. Now, moving on to the next bait. This one here, it is hands down one of my favorites. I have caught my biggest steelhead, one of my biggest steelhead on them. I have caught multiple sizes of steelhead on these, but they are, again, one of my favorites. I keep these in the box no matter what. And that is my little Cleos. Orange and silver, orange and gold. Them two right there are two color patterns that I throw constantly in these. They are just, I can't say anything bad about them. I've put them to work. I've put them through their paces. I have caught so many fish with them. They're just tried true, and I absolutely love these things. I keep them in an 1/8 ounce, 1/4 ounce, and then a 1/3 ounce. See if I can get these positioned right so you guys can see them size-wise, comparison side by side. Give me just a second. So yeah, there you go. 1/8, 1/4, and a 1/3. You can see those side by side there. Just how different the sizes are in them. I typically don't throw anything bigger than my 1/3 ounce. Again, the reason I don't throw anything bigger than that because I'm not trying to, get it caught up too many times. Definitely not trying to snag a fish. So I don't throw anything bigger than that 1/3 ounce. It gets a little bulky after that. I have got frisky one time, and the video you guys seen, I posted it quite a few months ago. I was out at the creek. Nothing was working. When I say nothing, I mean absolutely nothing. I'll put it up on the screen here in just a minute. Fish that I caught, just about 30 inches long, just under 10 pounds. Didn't want the spoons, didn't want the spinners, didn't want shrimp, didn't want skein, spawn sacks, nothing. I couldn't get a fish to hit if it saved my life. So I tied on something that I usually don't throw in the creek due to the size of it. And when I threw it, I got about 3 reels into it, watched it fall off the sandbar into the pocket. 1, 2, boom. And the war was on. 3.5 minute fight. Finally got this fish in the net thanks to this right here. The golden orange KO wobbler. Typically, I will throw these on the pier. I know they come in a variety of colors, sizes, things like that. I believe this one here is your 1/2 ounce. And I did some damage that day. Finally got that fish to come out of that hole, got him fired up, and he came out and just absolutely smoked me. Don't understand why he didn't want anything else I threw up in there. Don't understand why. But he came out and got fired up for this right here. I do keep a few of these in my box at all times. Again, gold and silver, or excuse me, gold and orange, or orange and silver is the two colors that I throw. Normally, if I am doing some early morning fishing down at the pier, I'll grab a couple glow spoons. I'll get them in the Wonder Bread color like I had on that spinner, or chartreuse and white. Anything to make it pop a little bit. Them right there are probably some of the better ones that I've come across for me personally. Got one more to show you guys, and it's one of those that it's controversial almost. I would almost say it's controversial due to what it is and the high potential that it can snag a fish. I have had luck on them. This fish here that I'm going to throw up on the screen here in just a second actually came out and put this bait in their mouth sideways. 13.3 pound female king. I was out with my buddy Alex. We were fishing just up from Porter's Marina here in Indiana, and I hooked up on one, ran me under the boat, broke me off, tied on another one, fired it back out, got about 6 or 7 reels into it. the female came out of the pocket and just absolutely smoked me. And it was on one of these baits. It was golden black the one that I threw. And I'll put up the pictures. I have the wonderful wife help me with his editing and show you guys that picture of this bait in her mouth sideways. But it is Storm Deep Thunderstick Junior. These here I keep in the box. 4 kings, and I throw them around the pier from time to time. Bass come up and hit them. They're basically a bass bait, jerk bait style of bait. But when it comes to fall kings, you get them fired up. Yeah, they're not up here to eat. They're more up here to spawn. But if you can get that reaction out of them, these baits here get a really, really big reaction out of them. And they will hit so hard, and they'll put up a fight, and they're gonna beat the ever-loving hell out of you. I will tell you that much. After hooking up 2 of them back to back, I was sore, I was tired, I was ready to give it up. Especially after the 13-pounder, she came out and pretty well just kicked my ass. Swim depth on these is about 6 to 15 feet, depending on how fast you retrieve them. Typically, if I'm going to throw them, I'm not going to retrieve them so super fast. So they stay in that 5 to 6, 5 to 7 foot range, depending on how deep my pocket is that I'm throwing them into. Because I don't want to retrieve them too fast where they go down so far, potential snag a fish and things like that. But I want them to get them down far enough to where the fish can see them, come out, react to them. But yeah. Them are the hard baits that I throw throughout the year. I want to know in the comments. Send me a message. If you guys got my Facebook page, Down Floats on Facebook. Send me a message. Show me pictures. Show me, what you guys are throwing hardware-wise. Let me see all the things. Show me your best fish that you got on hardware. Does not have to be, salmon, trout, anything like that. Show me a 40-inch pike or 30-inch, muskie or something. Show me that big walleye. Show me that 13-pound bass. It don't matter. For those of you who don't know, I started off as a bass fisherman. Growing up with my dad and my grandpa, them two were the ones that gave me the itch. They were the ones that created this problem, according to my wife. They are the ones that taught me how to fish. My grandpa and I used to go out from time to time. I actually started fishing with a cane pole when I first started for bass. Then later in life, me, my dad, and my stepmom, my first stepmom, lived on a small lake, and I started fishing for bluegill and crappie. You get bass, catfish, carp. So that right there really pushed it along even farther. Fast forward to almost 9 years ago, I moved up to Northwest Indiana after I got my divorce, and I heard the whispers of monsters up in this area. So I had to find out for myself what the hell everybody was talking about, and come to find out it was salmon and trout. And when they said monsters, they weren't lying. My biggest steelhead is just over 11 pounds. My biggest king is just over 13, like you guys seen a little while ago. They weren't lying. And now I have a problem, according to my wife, like I said, because I'm out spring, summer, fall, just about every chance I can get to go chase these things. I've created some great friendships throughout the community. Me and my 4 or 5 best friends run a Facebook group dedicated to salmon and trout fishing in the area. Trail Creek Salmon and Trout Chasers. I will post the link in the description below if you guys want to come over and join us. We post, great information, shareable information. You need to know something. Don't be afraid to ask. We'll help you out. Somebody else in the community, if they have the answer before we can get to you, they'll help you out too. We have a great community behind us. But yeah, So until next time, you guys, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you all have a fantastic week, fantastic day. Get out there, smack some fish, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.